Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey guys, we are reading from Daily Reflections, page 310, October 28th. An Unbroken Tradition. We conceive the survival and spread of Alcoholics Anonymous to be something of far greater importance than the weight we could collectively throw back at any other cause. That is from the AA 12 and 12, page 177. How much it means to me that an unbroken tradition of more than half a century is a thread that connects me to Bill W. and Dr. Bob. How much more grounded I feel to be in a fellowship whose aims are constant and unflagging. I am grateful that the energies of AA have never been scattered, but focused instead on our members and on individual sobriety. My beliefs are what make me human. I am free to hold any opinion, but AA's purpose, so clearly stated 50 years ago, is for me to keep sober. That purpose has promoted round-the-clock meeting schedules and the thousands of intergroup and central service offices with their thousands of volunteers. Like the sun focused through a magnifying glass, AA's single vision has lit a fire of faith in sobriety in millions of hearts, including mine. Yeah, that's really cool. I bet a lot of you listening may know the history of AA better than I do. And if you do, like, share it. Tell me. I want to hear it. Maybe go in the Facebook group and give a little synopsis for us. But it is very, very cool how clear. And it can be kind of annoying, I think, at times in meetings when you hear it over and over again. But how specific and how clear the intention and the purpose of the meetings are. We read the 12 steps. We read the 12 traditions. We go through the 12 steps, one each month. The 12 traditions, one each month. We have the same 164 pages that we can read through over again and again and again. And it sounds just, maybe not that exciting, except if you are like in the recovery, like in it. If you're annoyed by it, it's going to be annoying. If you're committed and willing to do the work, things are going to open up for you that make it fascinating and interesting. And all the more interesting that it's the same material again and again that speaks to you in so many different ways. And I think this is just the value that they're talking about, is that things are so specific. They're so clearly stated. They're so well put. 50 plus, we're closer to 100 years now than 50 years of AA being in existence. And there's still the AA book of Alcoholics Anonymous, of which the first 164 pages have never changed. And then there's the AA 12 and 12. That's it. There's 2 books. And the second book is just expounding on the first 164 pages in a little bit more of a specific and structured way. And that's it. And that's all you need. And there's this beauty in this simplicity. And just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy or doesn't mean it's not complex. It's just very simply stated. We list through the steps. It says do these things. And it's hard, but the cool thing is that you can spend the rest of your life working steps 1 through 12. And it can be fascinating and ever-changing the entire time. But at the same time, it's because those steps are so clear and so specific that everybody can come together and work in their own way the same thing. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I will say this. They are clear. The steps are clear. The traditions are clear. And the other thing is that like the tenets of how even like a group conscience is run, it's very clear. And while sometimes it can seem maybe over the top or unnecessary, look at the track record. That's what has kept AA here. That is what has kept the 12 steps here, is that they don't talk about outside stuff. They don't advocate or put their name on anything. The only reason why we're here is to get clean, to get sober, to get abstinent. That's it. That's the end of the story. And we're not going to do any advocating anywhere else. We're not going to be accepting outside donations. We're not going to be doing anything. We are what we are. We are who we are. And we're sticking to it. You can take it or leave it. I hope you come. I hope you stay. But that's it. And it's just clear. It's simple but not easy, and in a way that's very refreshing, extremely refreshing, because I am someone who can overcomplicate things. I'm someone who can waffle or like hem and haw and end up going over in backbends trying to like justify how something maybe could be over here, over there. And I'm grateful that the people who wrote these things, the steps and traditions, and who have just developed the program, did so in a very specific way, in a very clear way, and sometimes an unapologetic way. And for me, who finds all sorts of loopholes in things and ways to make things maybe softer and blur lines and boundaries, I'm just very grateful. And with that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.